Hello friends, today we're going to read the book, The Itty Bitty Teeny Tiny Tumblers Go to School. This book is about math mountains, which is something we're learning in class. Okay, and it's written by Shannon Keebler. Math class was Eva's favorite place to be. It was always filled with many fun stories, and Eva loved creating pictures in her mind to go with them. One day, Eva's teacher, Miss Tins, a delightful, unique, and always colorfully dressed teacher, told the class a story about the mountains that were made of math. As Miss Tins told the story, Eva began daydreaming and bringing life to Miss Tins' story. A long, long time ago, in the town of Math, there were many houses on the tippy tops of the mountains made of math. In each of the houses lived itty-bitty, teeny-tiny circle creatures named tumblers. Can you see the tumblers? Sometimes there were just a few itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers living in a home. Sometimes there were many itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers living in a home. How many do you think there are here? Do you see the number on the house? That's how many teeny tiny tumblers there should be. The tumblers named their homes with a number of itty bitty teeny tiny tumblers who lived there. They called this number their total. 5 tumblers lived in the 5 house. 7 tumblers lived in the 7 house. 8 lived in the 8 house, and so on. Each home was unique, different, and beautiful. Each morning, as the sun shone on the mountain tops, the itty-bitty teeny-tiny tumblers woke up and got ready for the new day. They ate their yummy breakfast, chomp, chomp, chew, chew. They brushed their itty-bitty teeth, brushed the tops, brushed the bottoms, brushed the back, brushed the front, brush, brush, brush. They made their lumpy round beds, and then it was time for a big school made of math at the bottom of the mountains. To get to the math school, some of the itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers rolled down one side of the mountain. Rumble, tumble, all the way down. Some of the itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers rolled down the other side of the mountain. Rumble, tumble, all the way down. This day, 3 itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers rolled down the left side of the mountain. Rumble, tumble, all the way down. The other 2 itty-bitty, teeny tumblers rolled down the right side of the mountain. Rumble, tumble, all the way down. Do you see that? After a fun day of learning about numbers and shapes, each itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumbler went back home by going up the tall mountain of math. The 8 tumblers went to their home. The 7 tumblers went to their home, and the 5 tumblers went to their home. When the itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers arrived home, they counted aloud one by one to be sure each one made it home from school safely. Even though they were tiny, they had beautifully strong voices as they would count each day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eva, will you draw your own math mountain? Asked Miss Tins. Eva snapped to attention, realizing she was in her classroom, not on the mountain made of math. She began to draw the math mountain, but it was taking too long. There were so many details to remember: the houses, the school, the tumblers. Miss Tins saw Eva's frustration and reminded her softly, "Often, mathematicians make simple drawings to save time." Eva decided that it was a better idea. She, too, would use a simpler drawing. She drew an upside-down V for the mountain and circles for the tumblers. In her mind, she could still see the way they really looked, but she knew Miss Tins was right. and she'd never finish in time if she drew everything in detail. She'd save that for her art class. Once finished, Eva counted her itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers to make sure she didn't forget any. Let's see, if at the top there are 5 total, 3 on one side and 2 on the other side, 3 plus 2 equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss Tin winked at Eva and continued her story, while Eva continued her daydream. The next day, the itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumblers rolled down the sides of the mountain differently. V and circles. The mountain was still at 5 Math Mountain. 3 itty-bitty, tiny tumblers rolled down the left, rumble, tumble, rumble, tumble, rumble, tumble, all the way down. 1 itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumbler rolled down the right side of the mountain, rumble, tumble. Rumble, tumble, Eva recited to herself as she drew her circles. Eva counted to check her work to be sure her total was 5. Count with her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh no! 3 plus 1 only equals 4. We need one more. Eva scrunched her face in confusion. She thought 4 plus 1 more equals 5. There's supposed to be 5 tumblers rolling out of that 5 house. Where was the one more itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumbler? Eva looked above the house for the missing tumbler. He wasn't on the roof. Eva looked below the house for the tumbler. He wasn't in the itty-bitty garden of shapes. She looked under the round bed. He was not there either. All she found were itty-bitty toys. She searched behind the house only to be disappointed once more. Shoulders slumped, Eva mumbled, "Where, oh where could that itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumbler be? This was too hard." She wanted to give up looking. Then she remembered. She stood tall and proud and exclaimed, "I can't give up. Mathematicians never give up." Eva decided to look beside the house. To her surprise, there he was. Hooray! She looked him in the eye and sweetly said, "Mr. Itty-bitty, tiny tumbler, sir, it's time to go to school. Only 4 rumble tumbled out of your house to school. 4 needs 1 more to make 5. You, sir, are the 1 more." Hooray! Eva the mathematician saved the day. She rolled him down the mountain, rumble, tumble, all the way down. He took his spot with the 3 others on the left side of the mountain. Now there were 4 on the left and 1 on the right. 4 and 1 make 5. Mathematicians always check their work. She counted them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did it! Eva, what other numbers go together to make 5? Miss Tin once again snapped at Eva out of her daydream. Eva smiled. "Well, I know 3 and 1 only make 4, so 4 and 1 would make 5. Miss Tin smiled. How did you know?" "That's easy, Miss Tin. I did not give up. I tried, I counted to check, and then I tried adding 1 more. I counted again, and it worked." Miss Tins knowingly winked at Eva, and that's exactly what mathematicians do. Mathematicians don't give up. Mathematicians make simple drawings. Mathematicians tell math stories, and mathematicians check their work. What a great day in math class. Eva could not wait until tomorrow when she could visit another Math Mountain house and see her itty-bitty, teeny-tiny tumbler friends again. The end.